oversized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Hey. On the ball.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage.
And got his man complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A fantastic connection that time. Newton to Funchess. And even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Back to throw, Newton. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be fourth down. They snap it to Newton. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Forced out to his left. And the Panthers in for the score. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. To throw is Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Luke Kuechly coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. A shotgun snap for Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
On 1st down, it's Newton. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Rolling to his right. And he gets it to Funches, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a 1st down as well. Throwing is Newton. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funches, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Newton. Flushed out right. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Torrey Smith, 49 yards. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Gano the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Gano out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. On second down, here's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Griffin. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Down! Green the line! Green the line! Two jet!
They'll toss it to Miller. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
To throw on second is Watson. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time. And it's 2nd down. To throw again, Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They go play action here on 1st down. And And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. The Panthers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. And that's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Again, Newton. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Carolina. Ian Thomas, 43 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 21-0. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again is Watson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Watson now to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught, but he will not make the first down marker, and that'll be a turnover on downs. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, good move. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Hey, come back, come back.
Here's Watson on third down. And that is incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's taken to the 26. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On second down, here's Newton. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Rolling to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. They will go for it. Now Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. McCaffrey on the counter. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Cam's going to run the option right. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back now in Houston, a lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Cam's going to run the option right. He pitches it out. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The Panthers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up in McCaffrey. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Gano's kick is right through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now it's Watson. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll run it now out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe Yeah, you've taught me this before. Maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
He goes underneath for Anderson. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. To throw on second down. Newton throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Express! Hey, get right there.
On second down, Anderson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3. They fake the give. Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hey, hey.
They snap it to Newton. Looking long for Thomas. And this is going to be incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Black down and out,
Now Watson. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride onto.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Newton's going to throw it. Smith catches left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. He's going to air one out. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Watson. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On second down, McCaffrey. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
Bring out the Brinks truck, I'm young, flying ice up. 100-yard dash, I had to run my price up. Boss your life up, I had to boss mine up. $10,000 outfit, $100 up.